Okay, hello again everybody. This time, in this video, I'm going to show you when not to use a comma. Okay, and these are actual examples extracted from students' work with permission, I should add of course, of where you should not use a comma. So example number one, okay, so I'm going to read this out loud. I've got a splitting headache today. I think I need to take some paracetamol before I go out. Okay, now notice the position of the comma at the moment. It's after the word today. So I'm going to read it again. I'm going to break it into two halves like I did in the other video. I've got a splitting headache today. That's your first half. And if you look at that, you could say that to somebody and it would make total sense. It's what we called in the previous video a complete sentence. If we look at the second one, I think I need to take some paracetamol before I go out. Now, why is that problematic to put a comma there? The reason it's problematic is because, as we just said, this, the part about the headache before the comma, is a complete sentence. But the part after the comma about taking some paracetamol is also a complete sentence. We can never have commas between complete sentences. It's what is called the comma splice. Very, very common mistake. And a comma is not strong enough, in inverted commas, to actually connect two independently complete sentences together. We have a number of different things that we can use in place of that, but one thing you must remember, and I'm going to reiterate the importance of this, you can never use a comma between two complete sentences, as in this case. What we could do, we could put a connected word there. We could say, I have got a splitting headache today, so I think I need to take some paracetamol before I go out. So we can have a connected word. We could put full stop. That would work absolutely fine. I've got a splitting headache today, full stop. I think I need to take some paracetamol before I go out. That would work, no problem at all. We could also put something called a semicolon, but that's a subject for another video. Okay, another example. I walked down into the basement and noticed that the floor was wet, comma. The carpet on the last few steps was completely ruined. Again, same problem as this one. We have two complete sentences together here. I walked down into the basement and noticed that the floor was wet. Complete sentence. It has all the requisite words in it for it to be a complete, independent sentence on its own. Then the same thing with the second part. The carpet on the last few steps was completely ruined. They are both independent, complete sentences. Yes, they're linked by topic. So you might be thinking, well, I wouldn't want to put a full stop there because they're about kind of the same thing, right? They're both about the basement. That's true, but you still cannot put a comma between them because they are complete sentences. Again, we could put a full stop, but that's arguable because they're related by topic, as were the two in the first example as well, actually. Probably better to put a connective word there then. The question is which connective word? Okay, so let's look at it again. I walked down into the basement and noticed that the floor was wet and the carpet on the last few steps was completely ruined, because we're adding an additional point about the basement there. You could also use, again, like I said before, a semicolon, but again, that's a topic for another video.